Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay, so we're nearing the end of we're nearing the end of the season. Is that how you say it? Or we're near? Girl, the season almost over. Okay, um, so here we are, um, episode 15. We're just gonna talk because I'm late with the review, so we're just gonna talk, not in necessarily any particular order. Um, I'll start out with Bose. Baby, Bose is black, baby. Like blackity black, black, black. Blackity black, black, black. Everything Bose does is black. I live. So she pops up, oh well not pops up, but she goes over to Erica Jane's home. Her Dorit go over to Erica Jane's, and she is planning a trip to St. Lucia, and she brings the girls a gift bag, and the gift bag was a Teflon bag, all black everything. Okay, come on. And she had some little, bathing suits and stuff like that. I thought that was cute. Every time Bose does something, it's going to be black owned. Now, I'm not going to say every time, but I've noticed she does things like that, from the employees to the chefs, right? Another employee, right? The people who she employed, to the massages. I saw the picture. Remember when they rolled in, girl, seven deep, girl, rolling in the deep, girl. When they rolled in to Dorit's house, it was her assistant, I think her daughter, girl, two other girls, girl, three other dudes, girl, it was a lot. And I remember the assistant, holding up bottles, and it was Black Girl Magic wine. I saw that. So anyway, shout out to Bose. That's my girl. I hope I can meet Bose at BravoCon this year. That's my girl. Um. Anyway, it was Keely gonna be at BravoCon. Bose, can you bring Keely? Girl, that thing is fine, girl. Girl, I'm not gonna mess with y'all men. Okay, I just want to take a picture with y'all. Girl, look at Keely. I know that's right. Um. Anyways, so Sutton and Garcelle. Garcelle goes up to Sutton's home, and let me just say this, girl, Erica Jane. Y'all know I like Erica Jane, even though if Erica Jane left next season, I probably wouldn't care because Erica Jane really not doing nothing. But I like Erica Jane. EJ Global LLC is what I like to call her. Erica tries to draw a parallel between what she went through in the past with, I guess Garcelle um, making mention of her pills and alcohol, to Dorit joking joking about Sutton, or trying to imply that Sutton may have a drinking problem, right? The difference is Erica was really popping pills and drinking champagne. Erica was really popping pills, girl, with a bottle of Tito's. Erica was really popping pills and washing them down with a little Casamigos. 1942. Don Julio Actifulio. Erica came out and said that she pops pills and drinks at the same time. Didn't she say that? So at that point, it's not even alleged. Girl, you said it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I remember Erica Jane saying that she was popping pills and drinking at the same time. Sutton has never admitted to having a drinking problem. Now, Mama walk around here with some ocean spray in her Chanel and Hermes bags. You know what I'm saying? Because she ain't never just admitted to having a drinking problem. And again, I don't know what's so hard for people to understand, that if we're not in a good place, you can't joke with me like that. If I don't know you, you can't joke with me like that. If we're not in a good place, you can't joke with me like that. It's very 1 + 1 = 2. She says that, now Sutton wants some sympathy for, I guess, the accusations or the implications that Dorit is kind of throwing out there. But when she was going through what she was going through with her lawsuits, Where was the sympathy for her? Girl, this is my thing. We're gonna get into this. Don't get it twisted. We're gonna get into Sutton in just a little bit. But the fact of the matter is, Erica Jane, girl, your husband was accused of stealing at the time. Has he been convicted? I think was he found guilty? I don't know. But at the time, he was accused of stealing money from burn victims, orphans, and widows. And that was your husband. And on some real stuff, Sutton had just met you. So I think anybody, if I just met you and now all of a sudden you could be, girl, involved in this type of mess, I don't want no dealings with you. Now, the girls who probably already know you, like Cal, Lisa Rinna, the other girls, y'all have some type of sisterhood. But the truth be told, girl, I just met you the other day. So of course my guard is going to be up, and of course I have 1,000 questions because who y'all got me hanging around? Girl, that's, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Erica Jane wants to admit that. While yes, Erica Jane has not been charged. I don't think she was charged with anything, right? I think it was all Tom. But I don't know that. Girl, I just met you. Erica Jane gonna have to let that go. Bose says it's hypocritical when they say all you do is defend Dorit, but basically saying, I guess she was trying to say Garcelle does the same thing. It's a tad bit different. Girl, you just met Dorit 2 weeks ago. You just met Dorit 2 weeks ago. Garcelle, at least Garcelle can say I've been knowing Sutton for a few years now, not 2.5 weeks. So for you to come in and kind of be Team Dorit, it is a slight difference to me. And I always say this. I'm gonna say this again right now. I think that people. I didn't even watch Beverly Hills like that. I would tune in episodes here and there. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know the storylines. I didn't pay attention to Beverly Hills like that. One thing I know for a fact that I do remember so many people saying online, it was something to do with the Fox Force 5 or whatever it's called. And the group consisted of Lisa Rinna, Dorit, Cal, Erica Jane, and Teddy. And I remember everybody online talking about they need to break that up. They need to break that up because I guess it was them against whoever came into the friend group. So for people to kind of act like they were not saying that and saying that that was a group that was kind of running, I guess, the girls who kind of came in. I think the problem that people have now is that Sutton and Garcelle are close, and they feel that I guess Sutton and Garcelle are the new Fox Force 5, whatever they call them. But the fact of the matter is, when you look at the scenario, if Sutton was the odd man out, which she was, Garcelle was the only black girl, to me, in my head, it only makes sense for those two girls on the outside to kind of form a friendship. Hello? Anyways, Garcelle says that Dorit and Cal beef, it works for Sutton because Sutton wants to be close to Kyle. And now that Dorit and Kyle have kind of just made up, now Sutton is kind of on the outskirts. She can't get that friendship that she longs for with Kyle. Again, we're gonna get to Sutton in a little bit. Garcelle wants to know why they can't talk about Kyle and Morgan, but they can talk about Mo. Clearly, this is the only thing I can come up with. Clearly, Cal has made it a point to let the people know on the show we're not talking about Morgan. I mean, she did say at the beginning of the season that Morgan, I guess, doesn't want to be mentioned or she shouldn't have to be mentioned, blah, blah, blah. I don't like that because I get that Morgan does not want to be on reality TV, but girl, I think it just shows that you're not telling the truth about your relationship when we see pictures of you to this day of you and Morgan walking around, girl. What are those places called? They really have them like in California and stuff, New York, where you can get your fruit and stuff outside. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Farmers markets. Is that what it's called? They probably have a couple in Houston. I just don't know about. I'm sure they probably do. We seen them. We seen them at the farmers market. We saw them at Teddy at beside Teddy's bed when she was in the hospital before her surgery. Shout out to Teddy. I hope she's doing okay. Um, and it's just like, girl, that like that's your real life. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm not gonna. We gonna get into Kyle in a little bit too. Bose goes over to Kyle's house, and when I say you, girl, I don't know why I never realized, baby. When I say Bose is a stallion, baby, girl, either Bose is a stallion or Kyle is itty bitty. Because when and I know she had on heels too. When Bose came into Kyle's house, it was almost like this. I was like, girl. But Bose, anyways, I did not. I don't. Maybe I did know. Maybe I did know this, and I just don't remember. But I did not know that Mauricio was Mexican. I think I knew that. I think I did know that. I don't know, but for some reason when she said it, I was surprised. But I think well, not. I'm sure y'all already knew, but I think I already knew that. I said, oh, I said, come on, bitty bitty bum bum, yeah, yeah, bitty bitty bum bum, bitty bitty bum bum, bitty 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 bum bum, bitty 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 bum bum. I'm not there. Shout out to Sunny, girl. I know that's right, girl. Honey, girl, Mauricio. I want to say Mauricio is so goddamn fine. Oof. When Mauricio was in that kid, I don't know. When I tell you, girl, but girl, Kyle, if you don't want to my slam dunk him tonight, yeah, shout out to Mauricio. Anyways, I guess this is their way of trying to connect. She's letting Bose know that when she met her, that basically that was around the time that Mauricio had moved out. So I guess this is her way of trying to explain, girl, if you probably feel that I was standoffish or cold, it was basically my man had just moved out the house, girl. Girl, a bitch was going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this big ass house with all these dogs by myself because Portia, she in the streets now. All the other girls getting married, engaged. Girl, they gone by their business. I think the other girl, Farrah, I think that didn't she call her engagement off? I don't really keep up with them like that, but I think did she not get married no more, right? Anyways, so then Bose tells her a story about when her husband, before he passed, they separated, and he, I guess, was dealing with another woman, and she had went to the hospital, and this is around the time before he passed away, and the woman was kind of like stroking him, rubbing his head, and she said she kind of just lost it. So I thought this was a cute scene between Bose and Cal. Dorit and PK. Girl, if you a Dorit stan, I suggest you turn the camera, turn the video off right now, and come back in about 5 minutes. So Dorit and PK meet up, and they meet up for dinner, and they're just having a conversation about what are the next steps. Well, PK is telling Dorit what the next steps are, basically. Dorit is dumb. We just got to call it for what it is. You know what I want to normalize? I want to normalize telling your friends the truth and not sugarcoating things all the time. Sometimes it's okay to sugarcoat things with your friends. But when your friends have done something stupid or they're moving in a way that's less than smart, you need to let them know. Like the other day when they were at Kathy's house, Big Cat, shout out to Big Cat. When they were at Big Cat's house, and it was Kathy, Dorit, Erica Jane, and Bose. And Dorit was telling the story. I can't remember the story. She was basically saying, like, I'm just so stupid. Like, I'm just dumb. And they were like, no, no. And I was saying to my screen, girl, yes, you are. They should have just said, girl, yeah, you had a dumb moment, but girl, we're going to get it together. You know what I'm saying? So PK says that Dorit has control issues. Um, and even when it came to his apartment, Dorit felt like she had to have a say so. I understood both sides, right? I definitely understood PK, believe it or not. I think PK was looking at it through the lens of we're going through this separation. I'm already having to move out of my multi-million dollar home and move into this small apartment, right? I think he said that's like a humbling experience for anyone, which I could see that because if you go from living in this multi-million dollar home, you know what I'm saying, that's very, very nice to now moving into like a what 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, it's kind of like, oh, you know? And he felt as though because Dorit has control, this is how I took what PK was saying. And I took as though what PK was saying was that you already have control issues, and being that I'm no longer in this home and I have to live in this apartment, I didn't feel the need to have to kind of go step by step with you to tell you what's going on over here. But she wanted to be included in, I guess, the process. And he was like, no, that's what I'm trying to say, like, girl, because you have control issues, you think you're gonna control what's going on over here too. But I guess in a way, if Dorit is looking at it through the lens of what I just want to see what my kids gonna be saying, you know what I'm saying? Then I could see that too. But she never said that. But if that's what she was probably thinking, then I could see that too. But I could see what PK was trying to say. Like, girl, I got an apartment. I'm not giving you a step by step. And on top of that, you want to control everything. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, um, he basically says that I asked you. No, he said he told her to retain a lawyer because they were having problems with communication. And then Dorit says that she said you were 100 steps in front of me. And then she also said in the confessional, I'm not the one in control. PK is calling the shots. I really, 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 really want to get Dorit by her shoulders and just shake her and just say, bitch, wake up. That's what I want to say, but I'm not going to say that. I'm going to let somebody else say it.
You're a dummy, bitch. You will never know shit. Don't nobody want you. Don't nobody need you.
I just don't get it. I don't get how Dorit is sitting over there as a grown ass woman saying that she is going to let a man who I was about to really start going in on PK. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Sorry, I don't want to sound insensitive. There ain't no way an alcoholic gonna have control over my goddamn life. Sorry, ain't no way an alcoholic who girl tosses back the bottle is gonna have control or have to say so over what's gonna happen in my life. Absolutely not. Ain't no way an alcoholic who just sent me a motherfucking email talking about, oh girl, in 30 days you're gonna be paying for all these bills in this house. You gonna and I'm gonna say out my mouth that girl, he's calling the shots. This nigga just sent you an email. Let me tell y'all something. Dorit's home, I think, is either $7, $8, $9 million. It's a lot of money. It ain't just like no $1, $2 million house in LA. It's like 8, 9. That mortgage is probably 30, 40, $50,000, girl. Can you imagine opening up your phone and then your husband telling you that within 30 days, because that's what Dorit said. Dorit said within 30 days, girl, all the bills, she gonna be responsible for that house. Can you imagine a nigga telling you within 30 days, girl, you gonna be responsible for a 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 mortgage? Bitch, what? Girl, what? What? And she is still dumb enough to get in the confessional and say that PK is still calling all the shots. Even with her saying that PK is 100 steps ahead of her. Dorit is a dummy. And that's just what it is. Girl, you need to wake up. You need to go over there, girl, Say you sorry to Sutton, and girl, ask Sutton for the 411 on what steps you need to take. PK might be broke. He might not be. That's the whole point. Okay, to figure out, girl, if he got a little bit of money somewhere in the Cayman Islands, girl, Jamaica, Bahamas, girl, I don't know, girl. Some secret accounts over in New York, girl, you know what I'm saying? Girl, a couple of accounts down here in Texas, I don't know. But that's the whole point to try to figure out. So you need to be trying to go over there and, girl, make good with your girlfriend and figure out what the fuck your ass needs to do. Because again, PK might be broke and he might not be. Okay? It might be a whole lot of money. It might be a little bit of money. It might not be no money. But we're going to find out, though. I just think it's weird that Dorit, as vocal as she is this season, that when it comes to PK, girl, she's just kind of letting him just kind of like drive this car. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not getting in the car with no drunk. I'm not letting no drunk drive me nowhere. Because more than likely what's going to happen is you're going to drive over a cliff. You're going to run into a tree. Shout out to Karen Huger. You're going to run into a house. Shout out to Shannon Bedore. So while she letting the drunk take control of her life and get behind the wheel of the car, because she going to look up and honey, they're going to be going over a cliff like Thelma and Louise. She better wake her silly ass up. She better wake her silly. Wake up, Dorit. Bose, Keely, and Lael, they have a dinner. It's cute. You know, I'm still trying to figure out why Keely got a knock on the door. Girl, at this point, girl, he meeting your daughter, y'all having sex, y'all having kids, about to try to have kids. The 1, 2, 3, girl, he's still knocking on the door. He ain't got no key. I don't know. Anyways, but they have a dinner, and you know, I will say, Lael was asking the questions that Bose needs to ask, but she's so nervous. I think Bose is one of those women where she's smart in business and she's smart, you know, just all around. But when it comes to men, she might be like, I call her like the Olivia Pope. She don't make the best. She might not make the best decisions when it comes to these nookles. Girl, when it comes to her job, girl, hire Bose. But when it comes to her personal life, I don't know. Because girl, it don't make no sense that the girl Lael, 15 years old, really asking the questions your ass should have been asking like a long time ago. Lael basically wants to just know, like, if y'all get married, you know, are y'all gonna move? Are you gonna move here? You know, because I'm in high school and now I don't want to have to start all over and make new friends. The stuff that she was saying made perfect sense. So shout out to Lael. I don't know how this is gonna. I don't know, girl. I just think that it is. Bose is a grown ass woman. Keely is a grown ass man. Bose is, I think, silly for trying to put her body through this at this late in the game. I'm sorry. I know people have babies at 50 all the time. I don't know about all the time, but I know we've heard the stories of people having babies at 50 and 55 and all that stuff. Shout out to y'all. But I just think it's a tad bit selfish too on Keely's part to meet a woman of a particular age and expect her to all of a sudden pump out 1 to 3 kids. Baby Mo and Kyle. Baby. Baby, this is a mess. That's what I put, baby, this is a mess. So Mo comes over. Mo fine as hell. I'm gonna say that every day. Mo is fine as hell. Okay. How was your trip? He says he only partied like 5 times. Kyle doesn't believe him. She know he was probably up there partying way more than that. Did y'all see that flashback clip of Faye basically telling Kyle to tell your husband to leave my husband the fuck alone? Girl. Now she didn't say it like that, but that's what she was really trying to say. She basically told Kyle at the table that Mauricio was trying to get her husband to, I guess, come out into this new single party in life that he has. And Faye was basically telling Kyle, tell your husband to stop calling my husband. Because ain't none of that shit happening over here. So I guess Mauricio knows why he's over there. He was acting very nervous. He was having a problem locating things in the kitchen. Mauricio, you know where everything in that kitchen is. Girl. So for him to be acting like, oh, like what am I doing? Like he was just nervous. He was trying to make a cup of coffee or something. But when he got that cup, but Mauricio got a glass and he leaned over the counter. Yeah, let me show you what Mauricio started doing. I said, oh, girl, this is a mess. So, I don't want to, I'm really regurgitating the same thing that I've said before. At this point, I don't know. This is what I'm thinking. I don't know if Mauricio cheats on Kyle. From what it sounds like it could be possible. Kathy has said that there are rumors out there. I think Garcelle has said that they've heard the rumors of Mauricio being out in these streets. I remember when I first started reviewing Beverly Hills season 10, I remember somebody asking me, do you think Mauricio cheats on Kyle? And mind you, I didn't know nothing about Mauricio or Kyle. And I was like, hell yeah, I think he'd be cheating. Okay. So I don't know if this is what okay, I hope this makes sense what I'm about to say. I don't know if in Kyle's head she's always known that Mauricio has stepped outside of their marriage, but because Mauricio has been careful to not leave a paper trail, he's been careful he's been careful with making sure there are no pictures out there, no women have come forward. So it's kind of like there ain't no evidence. Girl, you ain't got no dirt on me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if now, because there is this picture out there that Kyle thinks, oh, because this is what I'm thinking in my head. Again, I don't know if this is true. And I'm thinking in Kyle's head, she's thinking, okay, the nigga been cheating on me, or he cheated on me a couple of times. And he's made sure to be very, very careful with how he moves. This time he's out here in the streets and now there's pictures floating around. So, oh, this must be him really moving on. Does that make sense what I just said? Because we've never seen pictures before and now we see pictures. Now we've been separated, so he's not technically cheating, I guess, right? But we've been separated, and now he's just out here in the airport kissing a girl when we've never had this issue before. So is this his way of saying I'm really moving on? Because now I'm out here and people can see me with another woman. I don't know how Kyle has managed to turn herself into this victim. Because in my honest opinion, and y'all know I'm team woman, hear me roar, but we just got to be fair. Girl, let's just talk. Okay. There are a large group of people out there who don't really look at women sleeping with women, having an experience with women as like cheating. There are people out there who, if they found out their girlfriend probably has sex with another woman, they probably would just be like, kind of like, oh, because I feel like some men will look at it as though, oh, well, maybe I can get in on the action too, right? So I don't know if Cal didn't think this through, but even though there are no pictures of Cal out here just slobbing down Morgan, the friendship that she has with Morgan, it doesn't appear to most people in the public as if those are just two friends. So it baffles me how Cal has paraded Morgan around, had this woman all up and through our television screens. We've seen pictures of them walking around LA, Calabasas, Inglewood, girl, Southport, Compton, girl, everywhere. But for some reason, it's almost like she's putting it all on Mauricio. The reality is, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, even with the rumors, I don't think anybody has ever seen Mauricio out here with another woman. You was out here with a bitch just last year, Kyle. Now Mauricio out here with a bitch, and now it's a problem. At least Mauricio can say, girl, we separated. You was out here parading the girl around. You know what I'm saying? Girl. And I don't even think they were technically separated last year. Well, maybe they were separated last year. Let me not say that. Were they separated last season? I think they were. I can't remember. But the fact of the matter is, Kyle did parade Morgan around. And now it's almost like Kyle is playing this game of wanting to be just like the damsel in distress or like the wife who's just been done so wrong. And maybe she has. But it appears as though, Kyle, your hands ain't clean either, mama. And that's just what it is. And again, at least with Mauricio can say, girl, we separated. Kyle thinks the other person could have known. This is my thing with some women. I hate to say it. I hate when y'all try to take the onus off of the men and put it on the other person. While Mauricio is not like I've been saying, bitch, who running around town snapping pictures of Mauricio, especially girl across the waters? Nobody. But for Kyle to automatically think that the other girl could have set this up and Mauricio just ain't had nothing to do with it. I don't know if Mauricio has something to do with it or not. But I'm just not going to remove him from the equation either. She doesn't want to believe that Mauricio could do something like this, and so it had to be the other person. No, Mauricio could still do some shit like this too. She said the pics told her that he moved on. Girl. They went to St. Lucia. The property is gorgeous and black as fuck. I love it. The views are absolutely astonishing. Eyegasm is what I call them. Okay. Jennifer says that, girl, now listen, can we have some kitchen table talk? Girl. Jennifer opened up her suitcase and all her candy, girl, spilled everywhere in her suitcase. Now I was trying to look and see, girl. I said, so either it was Easter time, because the color of the, usually like when Easter time comes, Christmas time, when they start selling candy, they'll change the color of the candy to like Easter colors, Christmas colors, Halloween color, those are orange and black, red and green, pastels, you know what I'm saying? So I was looking at the candy, I was like, girl, was this Easter time? It was giving pastel. And I was like, girl, are those pills? Because I swear I heard Jennifer make a little joke about pills. Because I want to know what type of candy that bitch is taking at 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, Sutton is crying. Let me just say this. And this is what I have to say about Sutton. Sutton wants to be a part of the popular girl group. Sutton longs to be a part of the Dorit, Cal, Erica Jane group. I don't know how Sutton's life was in high school, but Sutton doesn't give me that she was a popular girl in high school. I think Sutton, while I do believe that Sutton was ganged up on, I do. But I have to be honest and say that Sutton also came into this group as a judgmental white woman. She did. Sutton came into this group season 10, judging the girls, thinking she was better than the girls, all that stuff. Go back and watch season 10, where she was a friend. Was it season 10 or season 11? I think it was season 10. Anyways, so Sutton came into this group very judgmental, right? Talking about Erica Jane and what she used to wear, placemats on the, what's it called? Placemats on the table, seating arrangements, right? She really had like a stick up her ass. But I love Sutton because Sutton was who she was. You know, I like for the girls to just show who they are on these reality shows. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. Sutton can talk to people crazy. But I feel like Sutton be telling the truth too. Sutton delivery be off sometimes. Right? It's like that. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Sutton be saying some real shit. She do. I think Sutton doesn't like to be called out on her bullshit though. When I think about it, her and Dorit and where they are, even, let me say this. Lisa, Erica, Cal, Dorit, they used to fuck with Sutton. And Sutton, because Sutton was an odd girl. I don't care what nobody say. They used to fuck with Lisa, turned on Sutton as soon as she could. That doesn't mean that Sutton hands are clean, right? Because again, Sutton came in judgmental. Sutton has had issues with these girls. But I will say that at least on this season, even though Dorit and her have not been the best of friends, I think that Sutton's reaction to being called out by Dorit took it to a whole nother level. Because Dorit was just calling her out, I think at the table when they were at the Viper Room or something, and she was like, "We're not going to be friends anymore." Sutton's reaction was team too much. And I think that kind of made their friendship go back downhill, if that makes sense what I'm saying. Sutton doesn't like to be called out. Sutton thinks that she's never wrong. She's already told you, I'm always right. No, Sutton, you be wrong. Even if you go back and watch my reviews from the beginning of this season, girl, y'all know I'm Team Sutton. But I also know how to be fair and be objective. And when Sutton tried to do that whole sisterhood movement shit, I said, Sutton ain't the girl to try to be the president of the sisterhood of the traveling pants. Girl, Sutton ain't that girl. Now, I don't know who can be that girl, but Sutton, because, I don't know, Sutton. I don't know, Sutton. I don't know. Jennifer basically tells Garcelle and Sutton that this group can be very cliquey. It's kind of like high school. It's like high school all over again, except we just grown ass women. We grown ass 50-plus-year-old women, right? 40-some, 50-year-old women. I think that Sutton needs to take some responsibility and accountability for how she talks to people, right? I do understand that Dorit hands are definitely not clean. I just think in some scenarios there can be accountability. Like, when people try to bring up Quad, when people try to bring up Quad on Merit to Medicine with Dr. Simone, they're like, she needs to be held accountable. I'm like, accountable for what? What did she do to Dr. Simone? And nobody can tell me exactly what she did to Dr. Simone or Dr. Jackie or Dr. Heavenly. Girl, so y'all want her to be y'all want her to be held accountable for her actions, but you can't tell me what her actions are. Like in this scenario, I can tell you what Sutton's actions are. You see what I'm saying? So Sutton does need to be held accountable for the things that she says, how she says it, how she reacts to people, how she can be judgmental, right? How she feels that she's never wrong, and she is. How, girl, you really want to be a part of this group with Kyle and Dorit and Erica Jane, and girl, they won't let you in. That's another thing too. Because Sutton probably thinks I have the money, all that shit gave me access to the popular girls. But girl, they don't look at Sutton as one of the popular girls. They just don't. Anyways, we'll get more into it next week because they're gonna get into it. Anyways, if that's it, I think that's it, girl. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. All right, what time is it? I gotta go. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, y'all. I do want to add this. I was having a conversation with a friend, and they were making mention. They made mention of Kathy saying that Cal is the strongest one. Now, I am not um, associating, crying as being weak. With that being said, every time I see Kyle with Mauricio, she's the one that's crying. And Mauricio is pretty much just standing there. He'll console Kyle. I just think Kyle needs to. I, Again, Kyle, this is Kyle's marriage. So I understand, and they've been together a very long time. I can understand anybody, whether it's a gay relationship, straight, whatever. If you've been with somebody for a long time, I can understand how it could be hard to pull the plug on a marriage, and you've been together for a very long time, and especially, girl, you've built this empire together. I think that Mauricio is about to gag Kyle. I do. I think that PK gonna gag Dorit too. I think they're gonna be able to a girl hugging each other. Girl, we really trusted these snuggles. Anyways, I just think that every time I see, again, I know that Kyle knows her husband better than we know her husband. We don't really know her husband. We don't know her husband at all. So Kyle knows her husband. But I also think that when it's Mad Day and some money is involved and houses and cars and all this type of stuff, you do see a different person. And Erica has told Dorit, that girl, the person who you married is not the person who's going to show up on divorce day. The person who you married is not going to be the same person on Mad Day, right? Every time I see Mauricio, though, he looks as though he's checked out of that marriage. It's like he's just there. I'm just here to shoot a scene with Kyle to kind of make her happy. Other than that, girl, I really don't want to be here. I want to go back to my condo. I got some hoes in different area codes. Girl, like, let me just go over here and hug her. Like, it always looks like Mauricio is just doing this because of Kyle. Mauricio never looks like he's interested in what's going on in the scene. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I don't know about Kyle being the strongest one because, girl, every time I see Kyle, girl, she having a breakdown. No shade. I'm just saying.